We'd like to thank you for joining us this week on In Wheel Time as we're doing a review of the all-new 2014 Chevrolet Impala. With a new exterior styling that includes a road car performance front-end treatment, some new body lines in the profile, and 3 wheel styles to finish off the exterior look of any one of the 3 trim levels that are available. We're looking around the interior of our 2014 Chevrolet Impala LTZ, and we see that we've got a nice two-tone color scheme going on, anchored by the darker gray tints. We've got plenty of nice chrome touches, including the door pulls and trim around the switches. Over here on the bottom left-hand corner, we're going to find some driver-oriented switches, such as the electric parking brake, the trunk rear release, as well as a storage compartment down here, big enough to hold some sunglasses or some other miscellaneous things for the driver. We find our memory controls that are along the door for the seats. And then coming on across, we can see the chrome trim around our gauge package as well. Kind of interesting how they've done the gauges. We can see our normal large sweeping gauges, but we've got 2 smaller gauges in the middle that are kind of tunneled and recessed down in there. Now our digital support gauge is about 4 inches in size, easily configurable for the driver's preferences. And that configuration is controlled on the right hand side of the steering wheel here. While on the left hand side, we've got our controls for our heated steering wheel, our collision indicators, as well as our cruise. Picking up on some other ideas in the industry, we've got some controls for the audio here on the back, as well as 2 levers to control our lights and turn signal and wipers. Coming on across the dash, we're going to find our 8-inch screen that has our nav system in it, as well as our controls for our climate and audio systems. An interesting thing they've done here is, while we've got this really neat and cool looking dash that's got multiple layers to it, it also provides us with an opportunity for some storage here. Got a USB port here behind, so we can put our portable media players in here, plug them in, put them out of sight and out of mind, and we don't have to worry about them sliding around inside the car. Coming on down, we're going to find our climate controls, as well as for our dual zone, as well as some additional storage here in the center console that includes some 12-volt power supply outlet. Got this really nice dark gray wood grain coloring that's surrounded by some chrome trim on our cup holders. Our leather wrap shifter here for our 6-speed transmission does have a manual setting on it. The controls are here on top. Nice easy thumb action. We're also going to find our controls for our seats, heating and cooling, as well as a padded armrest that has some deep storage that also provides another opportunity for a 12-volt power supply and some USB ports. Looking on around the interior, we're going to see that the same color scheme continues with our cockpit type dash layout. We've got some ambient lighting hidden in here, as well as the door panels that have additional storage. Our seats have the perforation for the heating and cooling, as well as the large piping to give it a little more luxurious look. We've got a large headrest. And looking on into the back seat, we can see how the seats fold down, including an armrest here that has a pair of cup holders in it. Quite a bit of room in the back seat as the same color scheme continues around throughout the interior. To go along with the front end treatment, the Impala also gets new rear styling by losing the rental car taillights and adding some chrome touches to match the rest of the exterior. The new taillights are tied together with that chrome to match the front and side treatments, while the rear deck style adds a performance touch to go along with the chrome exhaust outlets that really say this is the new improved Impala. This is Michael Mars. We'd like to thank you again for joining us here on In Wheel Time Radio 1560 AM in Houston. For more about the show, you can find us on Facebook at InWheelTime.com.